Role of skin in regulating body temperature. 4 mechanisms: thermoreceptors, skin blood flow, sweating, and local skin reflexes. Let's start with thermoreceptors. There are two types: cutaneous and hypothalamus, which are again divided into two types: warmth, cold. Let's see cutaneous thermoreceptors. Warmth are only 10% and cold are 90%. The stimulus for warmth receptor is 44 to 46 degrees Celsius temperature, whereas the stimulus for cold receptor is 40 degrees Celsius, and the temperature decreasing to 24 degrees Celsius. Now let's see hypothalamic thermoreceptors. Only 10% of neurons in the hypothalamic receptors are active and respond to temperature changes. In these receptors, warm receptors are more than cold receptors. And these receptors, that is hypothalamic receptors, are important during exercise. There are two types of thermoreceptor responses: static and dynamic. Second factor is skin blood flow. For this, you have to draw this diagram in which there is the epidermis, dermis, subcutaneous tissue, capillaries, veins, and artery. The rate of blood flow into the skin venous plexus can vary tremendously, from barely 0 to as great as 30% of the total cardiac output. A high rate of skin flow causes heat to be conducted from the body core to the skin with great efficiency, whereas reduction in the rate of skin flow can decrease heat conduction from the core to very little. The skin is an effective controlled heat radiator system, and the flow of blood to the skin is the most effective mechanism for heat transfer from the body core to the skin. Now let's see the next factor, that is sweating. Sweat glands, two types: apocrine, which is the main gland, and ecrine. It has no thermoregulatory function. Large heat leads to ANS stimulation of the sweat glands. Sweat is secreted, evaporation from the skin of water, and ultimately heat loss. Third factor, continued rate of sweat production. Cold weather, there is no sweat. In hot weather, the sweat production goes almost to 700 ml per hour. Applied, excessive sweating causes loss of sodium and salts. Now let us see the last one, that is skin reflexes. Heat to one part of the body causes local vasodilatation and sweating, and this occurs vice versa. The intensities of these local effects, in addition, controlled by the central brain temperature controller, so their overall effect is proportional to the hypothalamic heat control signal times the local signal. Such reflexes can help prevent excessive heat exchange from locally cooled or heated portions of the body.